Hello. Give everybody a second. This one's going to be a little quick. I mean, they're usually 20 minutes. Some nettle. Tomorrow on the $20 tier, we are doing a double live stream because I owe you guys an extra one. Not an extra one, but I've been pretty offline. So we're going to do the first half with Jessica and Oscar and the second half with Aaron Shade. So that is I'm going to put the link up after this. And that'll be tomorrow at 4 Central. So that'll be 2 Pacific. Nettle is speed. I don't know. There's probably a whole lot more. It like fills your adrenals or something. Sometimes it makes me anxious, but it mostly gives me energy. Gives me some brain clarity. Some other things to let you guys know. I'm no longer doing readings. I'm available for coaching, which I should have said a long time ago, but God, is there anything more self-congratulatory than saying I'm available for coaching? So what that means is I'm available if you have problems to solve. Specifically, I'm most passionate about codependency, interdependence, and manifestation. I don't know how to describe what's been happening. I think there are some people who are very gifted at readings, and there's just something since the I don't want to use cards, and there's just something since the brain fog that and something since the pandemic where a lot of people call and they don't really have anything. And I think there are certain people that are really good at that. Like Karen Rontowski, you can call and just have her tell you stuff. And like Lacey can tap into your body and stuff. And there's something, that doesn't either line up with like, I'm supposed to, like, my gift is helping you move towards the thing that you want. And, there's something very open-ended that's been happening with a lot of readings where, I don't know how to describe it. So if you have a problem, I'll solve it. If you don't have a problem, Mela, there's lots of people that do readings that are probably better. My brain just doesn't. I don't know how to describe it. It feels like it's like pulling from a muscle I can't use anymore. So I don't know. So I feel like I have to have something to like work with. And a lot of, I think what's difficult is that I feel like I get a lot of open-ended, like I want to know if I'm on the right path, or like I just wanted to see what you see or whatever. And I just can't see it anymore. And I end up just spending the whole time like, I think I get self-conscious about not being able to see it or whatever. And I realize that like, I'm like, okay, well, what do I enjoy? Like, what are my favorite sessions? And my favorite sessions are when someone is like, I want to accomplish this. And I can like collaborate with someone to like accomplish that. And my favorite areas to work in my favorite area to work in is codependency and interdependence, period. And that's a place where I feel like my intuition is very on point. And then other than that, manifestation. But I also am like cutting way back. So I'll only be doing like 10 a week. And so, yeah, anyway. I'll probably like open the calendar up I'm changing a lot of things around. A ton of things are changing. Moving into 2021. So, if you already have a reading scheduled, that's fine. We're going to do a reading for that. But moving forward, I'm switching it up. But I'll be doing readings on here. General readings. What else did I want to talk about? Are you guys, I don't want to get into it too much because we're going to get onto it tomorrow on the live, but have you guys fucked with the Gene Keys? This is so much better than Human Design. For me personally. I've just started getting into it. I've been into it for 5 minutes. I'm already completely judging it against something else that I only got into for 5 minutes, but so far I really am into it. And I'm not going to talk about it too much because I don't get it too much. This is a good question. Everything's shifting drastically for me. So that's kind of why I'm hiding a little bit, is because I feel like I'm like downloading like crazy, and I feel like I have like half of a thought on every single thing. And what we're moving into is this internal experience, and the whole thing is about this internal experience. So like the Age of Pisces was an external game, and the Age of Aquarius is an internal game, which is a lot of why we're locked in. But literally, the only way to change the external reality is to heal the wound inside of you. Every single thing you don't like, you have to heal the internal version of it inside of you. It's the only fucking way to change it. So the thing that we can collectively do is not outside of us. So all of this, like, when am I going to be able to get things done? Why am I not being productive? How, like, trying to change our external reality, it's all inside of us. Don't like the billionaires, heal the billionaire wound inside of you. Don't like the patriarchy, heal the patriarch inside of you. Don't like the racism, hate it too. Heal the racism inside. Like every single thing is, the control board is inside, and something about whatever the fuck, this insane download, this 70 download that comes in January, the game changes drastically. And it's wild because like there has been this thing I've like known throughout the last 2 years that's like fucking with the Bible scriptures, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, right? So they're like the we will win this war through magic is what I've just known, right? And it's like there'll come a point where we realize that like it's something we have to do inside of us. And and I can't even articulate it yet, but it's literally a reflection of our collective shadows and desires is what's happening in reality. Have you noticed that they're all corpses? Like, I'm not just saying that to be funny. I saw a picture of fucking Lindsey Graham's hands, a fucking picture of Mitch McConnell's mouth. I have that backwards, the other way around. Dude Pence had a fly on his head, and the zoom of his face looks like a fucking dead person. And it's this, like, the game is reflecting back to us that this thing is dead, and we keep going, this thing's so powerful. And it's like, it's dead. It's literally dead. We just, like, from the inside of us have to go, but we first have to heal the fucking obsession. We are in love with the drama. We are in love with it. And that is the part we have to release. Like, we love having an external enemy, and we have to heal that part inside of us. His hands are rotting. So I don't have a ton of shit I'm ready to share about it yet because it's not fully formed, but this goes way inside. Something personal that I don't know if I should share or not, but where I'm kind of figuring out what my role in all of this is, because something I'm figuring out is that I keep going, oh, there's a need for that, I'll do it. Oh, there's a need for that, I'll do it. Oh, there's a need for that, I'll do it. And like lately I've been spinning out. Whenever I do this like pivot, it's because I'm doing something I don't want to do. And so I start pivoting like crazy to fucking feel centered. So whenever you see me move multiple times in 1 year, I'm doing something I don't want to do. I'm aligned with something I don't want to be aligned with. And so I'm trying to figure out like what I actually want to do. And that's the plot twist, is that what you want to do is what you came here to do. That's it. Okay, so the gene keys, I just saw someone said something about 23andMe. It is, it's one of these things you put your birthday in, you put your information in, and then it has like what you came here to do, what you came here to learn, what you came here, like whatever. And mine are kind of interesting because they are the same ones that humanity is going through as a collective. So it's a little allegorical. And what, like the 55th gene key, which is what I came here, like my life's work, is about the addiction to being a victim and like transcending that and becoming like the god of your own reality. And then what I came here to learn, the 59th one, is interesting. It's like you learn everything through relationships, which is, I'm sure I've mentioned that here before. Like a lot of what I learned from relationships. This is the body being a hard drive is another huge thing. Body conscious, like, yeah, the body is just not at all what we think it is. Like your body is like your cell phone, where it's not, it is like the character you play, but it's also stored everything. It's got all your pictures, all your memories, all your like downloads. It's your whole life is in this thing. But if you've like you're just like transferring shit from past lives. So you're just walking around with trauma and shit that has to be processed. And the reason we have to step into the trauma and acknowledge the trauma and work through it is not so we can stay in that state forever, but so that we can get it out of the body or get it processed in the correct place in the body so it doesn't start showing up as diseases or aging or fucking decaying. And so that we can like transmute and take this body, like actually integrate all of these higher dimensional upgrades. But 7D is the body and the earth energy. Everything that doesn't work in harmony with the earth is going to get, I don't know, screechy. I don't know what that means. It is not going to work. When the earth gets involved, because we are all just essentially the daydream of the earth, it's just going to fucking change, because she's going to wake up and be like, no. And all that dumb, unconscious, masculine, clunky fuck energy is not going to work. My body feels like shit though, if I'm being honest. My body feels like shit. I kind of don't care as long as my brain doesn't feel like shit, but like I'm like constant headaches, shooting pains in every joint. My knees are on fire. I'm tired. Look at me. But I honestly do not give a fuck if my body hurts as long as my brain works. That kind of rhymes. But even with the brain thing, I feel like my brain is just starting to do something different. I want one more deck. Hold on. If you're having a hard time, this is a random message I just got. If you're having a hard time feeling in balance or in sync, figure out what your dominant element is and spend time with that element. So if you're a dominant fire sign, spend time by a fire. Dominant water sign, spend time in the bath. Earth, get out there barefoot, stand on the earth. Air, get out there, work on your breath. If you're all of them, do all of them. I'm kind of all of them. The earth is reflecting back the pain we are pretending we don't cause each other and ourselves, right? The earth is going to go fucking nuts maybe in 2021. I don't know. Just remember, she's in charge. It's a lot less fucking bad. And like the big thing is like, our civilization is dying. And historically, when our civilization is dying, she drowns us or burns us alive or fucking sweeps us off. And this is the first time that we're living through this in our physical bodies. So that's a lot of the heaviness. But starting in 2021, we control the game from inside of us, not externally. Do you know what that means? Like, we can't fight this stuff from the inside. All right. This reading's going to be about what you are, how do I say this? The internal controls that you're going to be focusing on for the next month. Would you say month? Would you answer in a timely fashion? Month, in the next month, but things are going to shift, obviously, in 12 days, and it'll be a deeper, different level. All right, so group one, things you're going to be working on internally to affect the collective externally. Yeah, baby. All right. This is going to be big for a lot of people, to be honest, but this is going to be primarily your energy. We got channeling, denial, against the grain, and Atlantean era. Okay. Group one, you're probably dealing with, some of you are dealing with being the only one of you around. Interesting. Okay. Group number one, you've actually got a pretty good grip on the internal experience. You're going to have a whole lot of external, either confusing external things happening that you're going to have to be like, this is the question that you ask. What feels true? Fuck what you see with your eyes, because what you see with your eyes was a creation of yesterday. What feels true? And I'm telling you, reality. This is this thing I was saying to Mark yesterday. It's like, there is no truth. There is no confirmable truth anymore. Like everything you go like, this This is it. And then like, we used to watch movies when we were a kid where it's like the person for the newspaper just has to get the story to the newspaper and then the truth will be out. But that doesn't fucking happen anymore. A newspaper could break a story with pictures and they would say the pictures were deep fake with fucking facts, and the person would get blown up in a car the next day. There is no confirmable, everyone is on the same page truth anymore. That is fucking over, okay? The truth is inside of you. Now, I held that up. So in the Atlantean era, there was a split between us, right? And it was the external people versus the internal people. And the external people are the ones that won. They were supposed to win because we were going into an external unconscious reality, okay? But now that's going the other way. You have to stand in your truth. Stand in what your body says is true. And sometimes it's just your truth and it's not everyone else's truth. But that's where you have to be, okay? And for group number 1, that is a naked lady butt. You and your guides in your body, okay? And this is going to be practice for you. Because once you learn to stand in your truth despite what reality and people are telling you, and this goes all the way down to this like QAnon shit and whatever, that's for people to fucking figure out. That's a test of discernment, okay? They have a feeling that something's not right, and then here comes all this fucking blah, 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 and they go, oh, okay, I guess that's what's real. And it's like, that's a test of discernment for them to figure out. I'm fucking whatever. But your truth, you don't need anybody outside to tell you. Once you learn how to stand in that truth without being tossed about by your external reality, you're going to be able to move reality. But you have to first learn how to sit in your truth and not need it confirmed by me or fucking anyone else. All right. Moving forward, I'm going to do a lot less like making judgment calls on what's real or whatever. That's not my fucking job to tell anybody. Jobs to tell you how to work these controls inside of you. So that's group number 1. It's the kind of the reverse of this Atlantean thing. A little bit uncomfortable. Stand in your truth. All right, group 2. Here's another conversation Mark and I have been having quite a bit. There's this Zen thing, this like needing things to be spiritual all the time. And I shared a thing in my Instagram story that is like what spirituality is or what an awakening is. And it's like someone is standing there and they see like a little bit of a ladder coming out of the ground. So they dig a hole till they get to the bottom of the ladder. Then they go to the bottom of the ladder, keep digging the hole. Then they just have the ladder. They climb back out of the ladder and they stand up on the ground. That's really what enlightenment is you get to the bottom of it and then you come back to earth. Time for group 2 to start working your way back to earth. Okay. You're still in like a chrysalis, a little bit of a different lady butt, little bit of a rest. Okay. So when I say come back to earth, I don't mean get to work or be productive or whatever. But there might be a tendency here to want to hang out in the higher dimensions and not deal with your third dimensional reality. But this is exactly where you need to be right now. So this is kind of like practical, spiritual existence. How do you exist in this world? Because your job is not to hang out and hide in the higher dimensions. Your job was to go to the higher dimensions, remember who the fuck you were, get all your magic powers back, bring them back to earth, and anchor the shit into earth. But it's, you know, like we disassociate, we hide, we try to apply 8th dimensional ideas to every fucking 3rd dimensional thing. So some of you, this is like doing the work that needs to be doing, transmuting the shadows of past shit that's happened here. Other of you, it's just like literally facing your life. I'm I'd say you're still in a resting phase. So this does not mean being immediately productive, but this does mean starting to accept that like this new world is not a destination to fucking wait for, okay? You are the new world. You are the new world. Come be in the new world. Come be a part and collaborate with the new world. There is kind of this like, oh, I woke up and I'm just going to hide out here and like, when's the new world's going to get here? And we say that like that's something outside of us. You're a star seed. You planted yourself on this planet to create the thing you're kind of waiting for. So number 2, that's your thing. Okay. Which is interesting because I talked about how to be inside of yourself. How do you be spiritual and exist in the 3rd dimension? That's your meditation for the next month. Okay. Group 3. Interesting. Divine masculine energy. Okay. Group 3, probably doing some work balancing out that idea of productivity, that idea of moving things forward. There's a new way of doing things. The new way of doing things, playful curiosity. You're here to play a game. It's fun. There is no pressure. There is no finish line. The, oh my God, everything's going to fall. None of that's, it's all fine. Oh, that's funny, Charlie. Course you are. Complete surrender. Okay. Every time you try to push things forward with that old unconscious masculine energy, you're going to hit a brick wall every fucking time. That's by design. Okay. You're doing the new thing. The new thing is playful curiosity, a constant reminding yourself that this is a game. You came here to have fun. Okay. So, really interesting energies for you guys to work through here. So group 1, you are kind of nailing it in the next month in your internal thing, but you're going to be surrounded by the external challenging you to be swayed by it. This divine masculine energy is funny because it's like really just isn't going to let you do anything you don't want to do. So if you find yourself hitting a brick wall, I must not want to do this. And you go back and fucking figure that out. It's one of the funniest, like, honestly, mysteries. There's my fucking nose. For me sometimes is like, if something's not working, if something's like spinning out or I'm spinning out, it's like, okay, I don't want to do something. And then I'm like, okay, well, usually what makes me do things I don't want to do? Guilt about things going too well for me. Or the people around me want to do something and I have convinced myself I also want to do it. Or if I think people expect it of me. And so then I go back and comb through those things and I go, oh, okay, here's the thing I don't want to do. Why am I doing it? All right. So that's that. That's your reading for the week. Tomorrow we're going to do Jessica and Oscar for the first, I don't know, like 45, and then Aaron's going to come in and do the second half of that live. Group 3 meet in the parking lot after the live chat. We're going to do some divine masculine shit. That's so funny. All right. You guys are welcome. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. How do I turn this off?